Hello students, welcome to AKS. Today we will deal with the gist of PIB for the third week of August. So, Vikram lander will land on the moon as a tribute to Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. So, what is the context for this? The centenary celebration of the birth anniversary of the founding father of ISRO, Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, had kicked off in Ahmedabad. Okay, so let us know about Dr. Vikram Sarabhai. Sarabhai was considered as the father of Indian space program. He was a great institutional builder and established or helped to establish a large number of institutions in diverse fields. He was instrumental in establishing the Physical Research Laboratory in Ahmedabad after returning from Cambridge to an independent India in the year 1947. He persuaded charitable trusts controlled by his family and friends to endow a research institution near his home in Ahmedabad. Also, Vikram Sarabhai established the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO, which was one of his greatest achievements. Dr. Sarabhai convinced the government of India of the importance of the space program for a developing country like India. Also, Homi Jehangir Baba, widely regarded as a father of India's nuclear science program, supported Dr. Sarabhai in setting up the first rocket launching station in India. The center was established at Tumba near Thiruvananthapuram on the coast of Arabian Sea, primarily because of its proximity to the equator. Sarabhai also started a project for the fabrication and launch of an Indian satellite. As a result, the first Indian satellite, that is Aryabhatta, was put in orbit in the year 1975 from a Russian cosmodrome. So, that is about Dr. Vikram Sarabhai and his achievements in brief. The Union Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports, Shri Kiren Rijiju, conferred the National Youth Awards on individuals aged between 15 to 29 years. So, as per the definition of the government, the youth is considered as all those people between the age group of 15 to 29 years. So, apart from the individuals, also the organizations which work for excellent work and contribution in different fields of development and social service, such as health, promotion of human rights, active citizenship, community service, etc. So, what are the objective of these awards? The objective of the awards given by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports of the Department of Youth Affairs is to motivate young persons to achieve excellence in the field of national development and social service and to encourage young people to develop a sense of responsibility for the community and thus to improve their own personal potential as good citizens and to give a recognition to the outstanding work done by voluntary organizations working with the youth for national development. Okay, so the next news is regarding to the Swatch Survekshan 2020. So the Minister of State for Housing and Urban Affairs launched the Swachh Survekshan 2020, the fifth edition of the annual cleanliness survey conducted by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So for your prelims examination, you have to remember these facts such as which ministry conducts the Swachh Survekshan survey. Okay, alongside the Swatch Survekshan 2020 toolkit, the SBM Water Plus protocol and toolkit, the Swachh Nagar, an integrated waste management app, and the artificial intelligence enabled MSBM app were also launched. The event also saw the release of special Swachh Survekshan theme song. So fundamentally, the Swachh Survekshan survey is significant in the sense that it reaffirms our promise for a clean, garbage free, and sanitary new India by not only sustaining the gains that we have made under the Swachh Bharat mission, but also by providing a roadmap to institutionalize the concept of total Swachhata among all our cities. Now let us look into the focus areas of Swachh Survekshan 2020. So the first focus area is to collect segregated waste and maintain till processing site. Okay. Next, utilizing the capacity of wet waste processing facilities. Next is to treat and reuse wastewater. Also, the survection aims to curtail solid waste based air pollution. It also seeks to uplift social condition of informal waste pickers. It also seeks to promote procurement through GEM. It also seeks to assess the Ganga town separately to accelerate action. Also, to engage technology driven monitoring. So, these are the fundamental focus areas of the Swachh Survekshan 2020. Now let us try to know what is the Swachh Nagar mobile app. This app features tracking of waste collection by urban local bodies through route and vehicle monitoring, notification to citizens, online collection of user fee for waste collection, and an effective grievance redressal mechanism, which will be the answer to several issues that hinder effective waste management, such as presently the waste management in India is riddled with limitations such as lack of monitoring, lack of proper collection of segregated waste, and tracking the movement of waste vehicles and waste pickers, among others. Also, the artificial intelligence enabled MSBM app was launched. The National Informatics Centers developed this app that helps detect the beneficiary face and toilet seat in the photo uploaded using the artificial intelligence model at the backend. So for your prelims examination, you have to remember that it is the NIC which developed the artificial intelligence enabled MSBM app. Next, CSR, that is the corporate social responsibility expenditure, is to made tax deductible. So, recently, the Secretary of Corporate Affairs presented the report of High Level Committee on CSR to the Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs. So, what are the recommendations of the Corporate Affairs Secretary? The main recommendations include making corporate social responsibility expenditure tax deductible and provision for carry forward of unspent balance for a period of 3 to 5 years. The other recommendations include developing a CSR exchange portal to connect contributors, beneficiaries, and agencies, allowing CSR in social benefit bonds, thus promoting social impact companies and third party assessment of major CSR projects. The committee has emphasized on not treating CSR as a means of resource gap funding for government schemes. Also, the committee emphasized on CSR spending as a board driven process to provide innovative technology based solutions for social problems. The committee has also recommended that companies having CSR prescribed amount below Rs 50 lakhs may be exempted from constituting a CSR committee. The committee has also recommended that violation of CSR compliance may be made a civil offense and shifted to the penalty regime. Okay, so these are the various recommendations of the committee. Next, report of the Competition Law Review Committee. So, what is the context? The Secretary of Corporate Affairs presented the report of the Competition Law Review Committee to the Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs. So, what are the basic recommendations of this committee? So, the recommendations include introduction of a green channel for combination notifications to enable fast-paced regulatory approvals for vast majority of mergers and acquisitions that may have no major concerns regarding appreciable adverse effects on competition. The aim is to move towards disclosure-based regime with strict consequences for not providing accurate or complete information. The combinations arising out of the insolvency resolution process under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code will also be eligible for the Green Channel approvals. Also, introducing a dedicated bench in NCLAT for hearing appeals under the Competition Act. The recommendation also includes introduction of express provisions to identify hub and spoke agreements as well as agreements that do not fit within typical horizontal or vertical anti-competition structures to cover arrange agreements related to business structures and models synonymous with new age markets. Also, additional enforcement mechanism of settlement and commitments in the interest of speedier resolution of cases of anti-competitive conduct. Also, enabling provisions so as to prescribe necessary thresholds inter alia, the deal valued threshold for merger notifications has also been recommended. Also, the committee recommended that the Competition Commission of India is to issue guidelines on imposition of penalty to ensure more transparency and faster decision making, which will encourage compliance by businesses. Thus, strengthening the governance structure of Competition Commission of India with the introduction of a governing board to oversee advocacy and quasi legislative functions, thus leaving adjudicatory functions to the whole time members. So that was about the major recommendations of the committee. Okay. Next, Adi Mahotsav begins at Leh Ladakh. So, what is the context? Adi Mahotsav, that is a national tribal festival, a joint initiative by the Ministry of Tribal Affairs of the Government of India and the Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India, that is TriFed, begins at Polo Grounds in Leh Ladakh. The theme of the festival is a celebration of the spirit of the tribal craft, culture, and commerce. So please remember this theme, okay? Also note that TriFed is to play the role of a service provider and a market developer. The first of its kind event in Leh Ladakh will see around 160 tribal artisans from more than 20 states across the country actively participating and showcasing their masterpieces and their creative endeavors. The tribes in India constitute over 8% of the country's population. This is a very significant number. In real terms, it corresponds to over 10 crores Indians. More than 70% of the Ladakh region are tribesmen. So, as the name of this event, Adi Mahotsav, suggests, it is the Adi factor that is important about them. The Adivasi way of life is guided by primal truths, eternal values, and the natural simplicity. So, now let us look into the Know India program. The Know India program is an important initiative of the Government of India with an aim to engage and make the students and young professionals of Indian diaspora in the age group of 18 to 30 years so as to feel a sense of connect with their motherland and to be motivated and inspired by the transformation taking place in India. The objective of the Know India program is also to give them an exposure to various aspects of contemporary Indian forms of art, heritage, and culture, and to promote the awareness on the different facets of life in India and the progress made by the country in various fields such as industry, education, science and technology, information and communication technology, climate and power, and renewable energy. The next important news item is the BRICS nations come together for urban environmental management. So, what is the context? Acknowledging the importance of urban environmental management for improving the quality of life in the cities, the environmental ministers of the BRICS countries agreed to work together to resolve the multifaceted environmental issues faced by the BRICS cities. These discussions and announcements were made during the fifth BRICS Minister of Environment meeting held in Sao Paulo in Brazil. This meeting was preceded by 2-day meetings of the BRICS Joint Working Group on Environment. The Union Minister Sri Prakash Javadekar said that we have achieved reducing energy intensity by 25% and already 78 gigawatts of renewable energy has been made possible. While at the same time, forest cover has also increased by nearly 15,000 square kilometers, and the tree cover outside the forest is also increasing rapidly in India. So this is the statement given by the Union Minister of Environment to signify the various progressive steps taken by the Indian government to achieve the goal of environmental management. Next, 4 new products get GI tag. The Geographical Indication tag under the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade has recently registered 4 new GIs. The Palani Panchamitram from Palani town in Dindigal district of Tamil Nadu state, as well as the Tolholopuan and Mizopuanchie from the state of Mizoram, and Tirur beetle leaf from Kerala are the latest additions to the list of registered geographical indications. So, what is GI? GI is an indication used on products that have a specific geographical origin and possesses qualities or a reputation that are due to that origin. Such a name conveys an assurance on the quality and distinctiveness which is essentially attributable to its origin in that defined geographical locality. So that is about what is geographical indication and what are the four new products that got the geographical indication. One is the Palani Panchamirtham, one is the Tawal Phoan, and the Mizo Puanchi, and then the Tirur beetle leaf. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.